Camera 1 is on.
And guide her
Is on. 3, 2, 1, anytime.
Well, good morning. We're very honored today to have a veteran with us of World War II. And this is Hubert, otherwise known as Tip Carlen to our community. Tip, I believe, is a lifelong resident of Cumberland County. And he has a lot of wonderful memories to share with us today about serving his country. We're very honored to have you with us this morning, Tip, and anxious to start our interview. Tip has brought us something extra special. He has kept a wonderful chronological record of his family's service to the country also. And we'll start out with having Tip just tell us a little bit about who his family was and when he was born and everything he did in his early years. Okay, Tip, would you like to tell us who your family was?
Well, my family was Lawrence and Mamie Carlen, and I had, well, there's 10 of us. I had an older brother and then a younger brother, and then the rest of them were sisters. And I and my brother served. My dad was in World War I.
Is this your father here?
Father, and I and my brother was in World War II, and then my son was in in Vietnam.
So you have a long history of family service. Tell us a little bit about these dog tags. You just gave us the generational thing there.
That round one is my dad's dog tag, and then
this is World War I.
World War I, and one of them is mine in World War II, and the other my son in Vietnam. 3 generations of it was in the service.
I'd say your family has sacrificed and served your country for sure. Now, who is this in this family picture, Tip?
Well, that's my grandma and my dad and myself and my son Richard.
Your son Richard.
Can you name your grandma?
Oh, well, Harriet Carlen was my grandma, Lawrence Carlen was my father, then myself, and then my son was Richard.
What a night. Now, was this taken, did you always live in the Timothy area or north of town?
Yeah, north of town.
North of town.
North of town.
Well, that's a wonderful treasure to have. A 4-generational picture isn't that common back in the early days, so that is quite a treasure to have there. Well, tell us all about your service, Tip. When you went into the military, did you go straight out of high school or drafted?
I was drafted in 1941. I went in November of, about the 25th of November, and went to Fort Bragg for training. Then when Pearl Harbor come along, I went and joined the 34th Infantry Division and the 175th Field Artillery, and I was in B Battery of it. And then we sailed from there to Northern Ireland, and was in Ireland about 4 months taking, training there. Then we left there and went to Scotland and took 2 more months of training. Then we got ready to go to Africa for the invasion of North Africa. So we landed in North Africa in November of 42, and we fought the French army there for 3 days, and then we went from there towards Tunisia to fight the Germans. So we got there, and the outfit I was in fired the first field artillery shell at the Germans in World War II. And so I went all through the African campaign, and then when they went on to Italy, we went into down towards the toe of Italy, and went all the way to the top end through Naples, Rome, just all the way up. So it took about 2 years to go up there. So that ended the war, and then they ready to send me home.
So you were actually serving over there when the war ended?
Yes. In total, the outfit I was in spent 650 days on the front lines.
Do you feel like you were blessed to make it home alive?
Yes.
And where was the longest place you served? Was it in Africa?
No, I was a year in Africa and 2 years in Italy. And
now show us this. Let's tell them a little bit about this picture that you've taken of Mussolini.
Well, Mussolini was trying to leave Italy and go into Switzerland, and there was guards there caught him, and they just immediately killed him. And so then that whole group was with him. So they brought him back to Milan and hung him up by the heel, to show the public. So he was hated, by then, and so it was a disgrace to be hung that way. So I got that picture from that.
This is Mussolini and his mistress and other companions.
Yes.
That was really an experience, wasn't it?